Hello everyone, welcome back to my Let's Play of Monster Girl Quest Paradox Part 2. Last time, we managed to cross over the March Hills there, which puts us right near Grangold. Now we need to continue our operation to infiltrate Grangold. So, let's continue, starting with the Alice route. So we have one monster out here that's new we need to recruit. Oh, and we have a camp scene. We're approaching Grangold. We probably won't have any chance to rest in the enemy's capital. It's getting pretty late. Let's camp here for the night. Alright everyone, prepare the tent and decide on who's on cooking duty. This isn't a field trip, Mephisto, and we're not your students. Rami and 3 more, spread the sheet and let's get the table ready. Gob, could you please get us some water? Sure! Right away! You're used to doing this sort of thing, aren't you? And so, preparations for camping and dinner move forward. Come on, let's all sing a song round the fire. Don't, this is not a field trip. You don't like singing? How sad. Still a bit early to go to bed. Maybe I can spend some time with my companions before turning in. We'll be at Grangold Palace soon. More help should be arriving soon as well. Ask about Mephisto, or ask about the King of Grangold. Wonder what's going on with the King of Grangold. There are rumors of him surviving fatal wounds and casting high-level magic. I imagine he's been magically enhanced with some special spells to boost his magic power and physical attributes. But he was originally human, right? No matter how much you're strengthened by magic, there's still limits, aren't there? Yes, that's true of ordinary humans. However, the King of Grangold is far from ordinary. He's originally human, so strengthening past his limits should... Wait! They've awoken his royal blood, haven't they? Correct. The bloodlines of the royal families are special. Genes from the ancestral people are summering within them. Ancestral people? They were the people who lived in the age of legend and possessed a strength surpassing the humans of today. You could call them the original experiment of the goddess of creation. They had strength rivaling monsters, but also various faults and weaknesses. As those faults were worked out, the raw abilities were also reduced, resulting in a design suitable for mass production, the people of today. You sure know a lot about the Age of Legend. You sure know a lot about my work? I learned all this from the Monster Lord. Where she heard it, I do not know. Anyway, getting back on track, modern humans evolved from the ancestral people, but among modern humans, the earliest models that were born still contain genetic data from the ancestral people. They were like a limited production run of elites created to be humanity's leaders. And they were the origin of the royal bloodlines? Yes, as Ilias hoped, they rose to the top of human society, and they passed down their latent genetic material through the generations. Thus, those of royal birth possessed genes of the ancestral people within their bodies. Those of royal birth? So the families of Granoa, Grangold, and Sabasa? Correct, and among them, magical power runs strongest in the Grangold bloodline. Gold the First was known as the Magic King, and supposedly had power rivaling Usioma. In terms of latent potential, the current King of Grangold has magical power compared to his ancestor, which is unlocked through some magical procedure to change his mind and body and awaken his royal blood? Yes, exactly. However, the cost should be remarkably steep. That's right. You said the ancestral people had exceptional strength, but also various flaws. Yes, they used energy inefficiently and had poor reproduction ability. Their control over magic and their mental state was also extremely unstable. Their individual potential was amazing, but they were defective forms of life. It's no surprise that the gods of creation considered the ancestral people a failed experiment. What does that mean for the current king of Grangold? He's an evil, living weapon without control over his emotions or sanity, a nightmare created by the queen. So he's a victim in all this too. Indeed, but if we attack the queen, you'll have to prepare to fight him as well. But would Queen Ant really do that to him? I'm not sure I'm convinced. Anyway, it's probable that we'll have to fight the Magic King with his awakened royal blood. If we aren't prepared for that possibility, we won't prevail. So yeah, the ancient people being mixed in with modern humans, it's almost kind of like how modern humans have Neanderthal DNA mixed within. And of course, it isn't actually Queen Ant who did that to the King of Grangold. It was someone else. Let's see, can we take the R option? Ask about Mephisto. Mephisto, can we really trust you? You still doubt me? Don't worry, I would never disobey orders from the Monster Lord. Her orders that you help grant Noah? Yes, exactly. What about the fact that she's also controlling Grangold? She isn't controlling them directly, but you are correct in terms of her overall plan. Was the plan for both countries to destroy one another? No, I feel like she's spending far too much time and effort for that to be the case. It more likely relates to the correct history. I think that Grand Noah and Grangold got into a war in that history. Not exactly, but not far off either. The two countries are not at war at this point in time in the correct history. However, in terms of possibilities, the chances were high. Thus, the war occurring limits the ways of diverging from the correct history. So she caused the Great War to avoid deviating too far from the correct history? Why would she need to do that? Tell us! Even I do not know her reasons. The Monster Lord keeps such knowledge to herself. Yeah, even Alma didn't know. I can make an educated guess as to her intentions, however. First, as a premise, we know that, as this world diverges from the correct history, chaos advances. Thus, she is steering history to be as close as possible to the correct history, and aiming towards the annihilation of all living things. Wait, what? How's that make any sense? The Monster Lord's actions have thrown humans and monsters into a giant meat grinder. In other words, mutual destruction of both man and monster. She isn't focused on governing or ruling anymore. Her intention is nothing other than the destruction of life. Why? Why would Mother do that? I'm nothing more than a clever little Yoma. There's no way I could understand the Monster Lord's motives. Surely, not even the goddess herself is capable of such a thing. As I said, this is nothing more than my own conjecture. I have no proof or direct evidence. I hope this is just your fullest delusions of grandeur speaking. Are you okay with all this, Mephisto? You're obviously one of the people being thrown into the meat grinder too. Yes, I can't deny that. I never pretended to be more than a pawn of the Monster Lord. I believe there are logical reasons for this plan, though. Even if it results in the death of all life, that too must be something that has to happen. You're completely devoted. It seems my mother also has some useful subordinates. At any rate, we have to put a stop to the Monster Lord's plot. We'll free Grangold, whatever it takes. Indeed. Our interests are aligned as far as defeating Grangold is concerned. I'm counting on your help. Is this all really okay? It's kind of funny that Alice didn't gripe about Mephisto being so devoted, because she's devoted to almost a religious extent at that point. which is something Alice absolutely can't stand, because it reminds her too much of Ilias. But anyway, yes. Following the correct history by basically recreating the recreation war that goddess Ilias herself set out, all in an attempt to wipe out all life to fulfill the Dark Goddess's plan of merging the souls into the Dark World. I wonder if the King of Grangold was brainwashed like I was. If he's being manipulated, his situation is a lot worse than mine. Kitsu-senpai, why are insects drawn towards bright places? Even things born in the dark seek out the light. Your monsters are not so different, perhaps. That was really profound, Kitsu-senpai. Is this a sign you're about to grow another tail? Well, at this point, she's probably due for a third tail. Boomerang, boomerang! I got a cool fish! See, Primo, see. There's so much I don't understand in the notes that LaCroix entrusted to us. She wrote down formulas for things like the process of chaos spreading, but I can't understand them. How can time be imaginary or mass be negative? It requires a grand unified theory of relativity, quantum mechanics, and magical particles. That's beyond my capacity in this shrunken state. I only know the basics of thermodynamics, so you've lost me entirely. Well, just knowing that much is impressive. I am the Monster Lord, remember? Tomorrow taught me a lot of things. Ah! That's nice and cool! What's this sorcery? That sorcery would be this. Dragons can breathe ice too! What? How did a monster like me end up in a war between humans? Well, I guess Grangold has monsters influencing them too. Grangold said not to get involved in human politics. She thought that was the key to being on good terms with them. The sweet air is giving me goosebumps. Nobody like me has sensitive skin. I'm jealous of Gob and Pappy for being thick-skinned. This tree is perfect for hanging up laundry to dry. I can't read. Say, someone help me. I'm gonna set off the last of my sparklers. It's too scary for her. I found this. The fried tofu. Did Kitsune drop it? Well, there are a lot of Kitsunes nearby. Elma senpai. Your hair is kind of awful. It feels sticky sweet. It makes my skin crawl. This kind of thing is nice once in a while. Maybe I should try catching some fish. Boomerang, boomerang. Just kidding. There's a place called Succubus Village in Cold Region where lots of succubi live. Let me know before we go there, though. I'm banned for life. Yeah, for staging a coup, for stealing, and all sorts of other crimes. Hild possesses baby-making functionality. Luca, would you like to make a baby with Hild? I would. She's going to kill me! Why make a robot that can give birth? What's your creator, a total perv? Luca and Promenstein are her creator. It's their love child! Although if her job is to be a time machine, why have the possibility of giving birth? Was that Promenstein's idea or Luca's? Was Saint Ilya the only one of the four major powers the monsters didn't interfere with? No. Perhaps the attempt on my life. Hop, hop, hop! I got sand all in my body! Where's Naruko? She's not really around here. You have to push her away. Huh. I wonder how well the children of Grangold are holding up. Being constantly exposed to this lewd air must be rough. My special therapy can drive away lewd air, one child at a time. When the time comes, leave it to me. You stay away from the children. Considering the name, is Grangold gonna be full of golden objects to plunder? We're fighting for world peace, so I'm sure we can get away with that much, right? I'll be on land for a while, so I don't need to practice swimming. Although, even on land, I feel nervous about my floaties. Hey, Luca? Have I been useful to your adventure so far? Very useful, not too bad, not worth the party slot. Yeah, she's been pretty useful for all of her comments. It makes it interesting. Very useful. What are you worried about? I can always count on you. As happy as I am to hear you say that, I can't help but feel inadequate compared to everyone else. Like your other companions, I'm just an ordinary human. My strength and magical power is nothing special. As this adventure increases in scale, that gap keeps getting wider. I can't pretend like I'm not hitting a ceiling and running out of steam. Don't beat yourself up. You're doing very well for a human. You shouldn't worry too much. Are you not serving me to the best of your ability? My father, Uncle Lazarus, and your mother are all humans who fought splendidly. So I don't think it has anything to do with being human or being a monster. Yeah, I guess. Okay, no more doubting myself. After coming this far, I can do as I can do. I'll keep kicking ass for everyone. Ah, girl. The closer we get to Grangold Palace, the thicker this aura gets. That confirms that the source of it is in there. So it's the Queen after all. I wonder who she is. Queen Ant is the only one who could be controlling the Ant Girls. Of course she's following orders from my mother. No, the Monster Lord. That's been my working theory until now. Does that mean you've changed your mind? This intense lewd air is covering the entire Gold region. From the palace all the way to Goddard on the border. Queen Ant is a powerful insect, but could she really spread an aura all over the whole country? No, that's beyond her ability. There's undoubtedly an even stronger monster responsible for this. Ones who come to mind... The Lilith Sisters! This battle has the potential to be a lot harder than we expect. Don't lose focus, Luca. I won't. First comes the worst one of fighting an enemy stronger than Queen Ant. Yeah, we'll end up fighting one a lot stronger than Queen Ant. I can't afford to let my guard down for even a second from this point on. Alright. That's it. Still too early to go to bed. Proper rest should be the priority considering the battles to come. But since we have some time, let me instruct you on Earth Element battle technique. An Earth skill? Alright, thanks. Thus I begin intense training. take that! Good. I'm glad you catch on so fast. Take in the power of Earth and slam your target with all your strength from above. You can learn Earth Rumbling Decapitation. This was originally an axe skill, but whatever. It'll keep most of its power even when used with a sword. You sure show a surprising amount of talent. I shall allow you to serve me after your adventure is over. Working for the Monster Lord? That could get complicated. Speaking of, what do you think happened to Elma? She never dies so easily. I bet she played around long enough for us to get away and then flew off to screw around somewhere else for a while. That's what I hope, at least. Be safe, Elma. Assuming Tamamo is still at the Kitsune Shrine, that leaves Granberry and Aerobetti on the Monster Lord's side. The two of them looked rather conflicted. They seemed unsure of whether to be loyal to the individual or the throne. I feel like we could sway Aerobetti, but Granberry is unlikely to budge. I dare say we'll end up crossing swords with her again. It hurts to even say that. Elma helped us in the Colosseum, but next time, we'll have to beat her with our own power. Stay focused on the threat right now before our eyes. You should sleep to be ready for tomorrow. Yeah, you're right. Our battles are poised to get a lot harder come tomorrow. I should get some rest before it gets any later. The closer we get to Grangold Palace, the thicker this aura gets. That confirms that the source of it is in there. So it's the Queen after all. I wonder who she is. Queen Ant is certainly the one controlling the Ant Girls. Of course, the Monster Lord is the one pulling the strings from the shadows. That's been my working theory until now. Does that mean you changed your mind? This intense loot air is covering the entire gold region, from the palace all the way to Goddard on the border. Queen Ant is a powerful monster insect, but spreading this aura over the whole country is impossible for her. There's undoubtedly an even stronger monster responsible for this, and the ones that come to mind? The Lilith Sisters! This battle has the potential to be a lot harder than we expect, but let's focus, Luca. I won't. It becomes worse when I find an enemy stronger than Queen Ant. I can't afford to let my guard down for even a second at this point. Still too early to go to bed. You should rest to prepare for the difficult battles ahead, but I could bestow upon you a new skill to help you in your battle. Please do. Let's go with a secret holy skill this time. Any hero fighting for me needs to have appropriately majestic skills at his disposal. Alright, I won't disappoint you. Let's begin intense training to prepare for our upcoming battles. Concentrate on the shape of a cross and... Ha! That's it. Put your reverence for me and your hatred of evil into the cross. That's the secret That's the secret holy skill, Grand Cross. Luca learned Grand Cross. You certainly learn holy skills with little effort. I should probably also teach you some fallen angel skills soon, considering your affinity with them, as slow as I am too. But I have good affinity with fallen angel skills. I may have failed to mention that your mother was a fallen angel. She turned her back on me and even fought with Michaela. My mother was a fallen angel? Why'd she do that? I'd love to know the answer to that myself. I always thought I took good care of her, but maybe it was all the scheming and plotting and assassinations and having her kill everyone on the monster side and all the controlling of humanity, all the coups, all the pulling the strings, and of course all my plans and scheming in the back. Maybe she just got fed up with it, who knows? She repaid my kindness by leaving heaven. She struck down the angels I sent after her and cast Eden away, who loved her more than anyone else. That incident only made Eden's inferiority complex worse. It destroyed our last hope of being a happy family. Eden broke down crying at Lucifina's feet. She begged your mother to return to heaven. Lucifina stepped on her head. I was watching and accidentally laughed at the sight. That deeply wounded Eden, to be betrayed by everyone she loved. Yeah, that sounds rough. Wonder how Eden's doing now. I suppose she must have suffered the same fate as heaven itself. Oh, poor Eden. You truly were the lettuce of my BLT. BLT? What? Look it up yourself. I'm going to sleep before I make myself hungry again. Good night, Eden. I guess I should sleep too. Our bows are poised to get a lot harder come tomorrow. I should get some rest before it gets any later.